Hey guys, I'm here with One Piece episode 1168, and it's gonna be super fun. So make sure you watch the whole video. But hey, before that, 78% of you still haven't subscribed to the channel, so please hit that subscribe button. Alright, without wasting any more time, let's get started. At the beginning of the episode, we see Smaruk standing and saying that there used to be some really powerful warriors in Alabasta. When the people of Alabasta came to the New World, they conquered the whole place.
Like and subscribe.
Got it, that's why we need your— offered him the chance to become a royal knight, but he turned it down. He's been living a lazy, pathetic life like a pilot, so now you probably get it. Then he adds, good thing your little brother figured this out. Got it, I didn't choose a life where I'm just sucking up like you do. See, Loki seems to be addressing Shamrock, but I feel like he's actually talking to Indian media because Shamrock's also a bootlicker for the government and Indian media. Anyway, moving on, he starts saying stuff like that. So Shamrock's like, you know what you're saying, and he replies, yeah, I know, I say that to people like you bootlickers. Then Shamrock like, your game over now, you've ruined my mood. That's when Shamrock draws his sword. Someone pulls him out of the illusion and says, Serbius, come on, tell me, is it Serbius or Carbius? Meanwhile, inside the sword, a purple aura starts to emerge. Smoke begins to spread everywhere. Loki, confused, says, what's going on, what are you saying? Just then from inside the sword, a three-headed dog comes out, which we call Serbius, and swords come out of its mouths. That means each of the three heads has its own sword. People are like, what's this? Meanwhile, Shamro is. He says, this is my sword and it's gonna end you. Meanwhile, we see the gang talking, saying those guys have noticed us. We should get out of here, so she uses her arrows to build a plane right there. But then Shamrock says, now I've gotta teach them a lesson. Over here, we see his dog's leashes start spinning and suddenly their heads pop off. Then Shamrock says. As soon as he says return, that dog rushes right back into the sword and Shamrock puts his sword down. Meanwhile, Loki's shouting, hey, are you running away scared? Where do you think you're going? The other guy says, if you survive this, come and kill me properly, I won't even stop you. Loki and the two of them are already walking away from here. Shamrock and Jengu head in the other direction. We see Loki saying, I'm going to get revenge for everything. Meanwhile, the three dogs are wandering around with their heads held high. He's wandering around the forest, muttering that no matter what happens, he's not going to die here. Then he sees those three dogs coming straight at him. He's just trying to escape, trying to move, trying to get away. But the three dogs jump on him, sinking into his chest. Lalu's eyes flood with blood and he vomits just like Hira Thacker. Over here, Gaku is saying, so what are we supposed to do now? You said we had to change tactics, right? He says that now we'll take Alba's kids first and then we'll handle the rest. Meanwhile, Luffy, who's inside the castle watching us, is saying no, red-haired Shanks could never do something like that. Shanks would never do that. But the two guys, the joints who were hit by Goo and Shamrock, are saying no, it was maybe he has a twin brother, so. Luffy starts saying, oh yeah, twin brother, when I met Shang he never mentioned this thing, but it might be true. Anyway, from what I know about his families, they're all Roger pilots except for Buggy. Buggy's separate from them. So there's this guy coming towards Crystal, and on the other side there's a scene where we see that Frankie is here, wandering around in the forest looking at the Atom Tree, saying, here you get so much for free, I got 200 million berries. I was trying to make a small part for a ship when Riley suddenly says, while this is really rare, right, we should do something like this outside, maybe I should bake it. Then he presses the button on his nose, a soul appears and it says, the soul told me not to steal anything here. He replies, man, you always just copy what others do. The soul agrees but is really happy, saying, this is such a great place. He's wandering around in the jungle when suddenly something appears to him here. So yeah, right here. They say this drawing was made. I wish Robin were here, that would be awesome. I'll bring Robin here and tell him all about it. Meanwhile, we see all these weird joints and robots inside the drawing, over on the other side. The replay shows that yeah, this is the scene changing so we can see that the kids inside the school are enjoying themselves, playing around, having a good time. The principal here is watching and even dozing off. On the other side we see other kids along the river being fed, taken care of and taught. All the kids here are saying that later they'll have a lot more fun playing, and the teacher is agreeing, saying yeah, later on. It'll be fun to play. On the other hand, Owl shows us the library where the soldier brings a big book in front of Robin and Chopper and says, look, this is our history, it's going to be really interesting for you guys to read, especially about the sun god. Some people think the sun god is good, some think he's bad. Some see him as the god of liberation, others as the god of destruction. Everyone has their own opinion. Meanwhile, we also see that the party is still going on, with Harjadin and the others. Everyone is drinking, then Harjan's friend says, come on, let's go and try that thing. They get ready for something. Meanwhile, Saul is saying that the book is divided into 3 chapters and the 3rd chapter is happening right now, it's about our real world. The legends of the sun god are spread all over the world. Then he shows his dance here and we see him start dancing energetically like D-hap, 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 D-hap. Meanwhile, over there, Harjadin. And so on, they also start dancing. Everyone over there is doing the same kind of dance. Just then the book was open and Robin was reading First World. At that time Earth was on fire, humans were extremely greedy. Because of that they created the Forbidden Sun and made people slaves. That's why the sun god came here. Seeing him, the Earth God got super angry and used his serpent of hell wire to doom this world. Darkness, death, and crying started spreading everywhere, but they never met. Next. Chapter 2, The World. The whole world was empty, lifeless, and inside it the forest god had summoned demons. But right then the sun god appeared, bringing the fire of war. Some people dreamed of the half moon while others dreamed of the full moon. At that moment one guy killed the sun god and the broken voices will call out to the moon. The sun god Nika will come dancing, making everyone laugh. He will take over the whole world and come back with a beautiful new beginning. This time they will definitely meet. It's not clear who they're talking about, who's going to meet and who hasn't yet. Maybe they're talking about Emu and the sun god. So guys, that's where this episode ends. I'm not sure if this is the last episode of season 2 or if there will be more. Maybe this is the final episode because they said next. They didn't show any glimpse of the episode, that's why I'm thinking this might be the last episode. So guys, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and drop your sweet comments in the comments.